Safe food comes from healthy birds. And healthy birds come from farms with strong vaccination management. A strong vaccination management includes new generation stabilizers.
In this video, we will discuss how to protect live vaccines, given through the spray method, to achieve constant good results from those vaccinations. Many so-called vaccine stabilizers are in fact only chlorine neutralizers. They contain sodium thiosulfate, an inexpensive chlorine binder. But the new generation stabilizers do more than simply binding chlorine. The products we discuss today, SprayVac and SprayVac Spectrum, have been designed to protect against several threats. These threats fall into three categories. Firstly, oxidizing minerals and chemicals. Secondly, non-ideal pH. And thirdly, unsuitable electrolyte balance. Threat 1 consists of two major groups. Firstly, natural occurring oxidizers, such as iron, copper, manganese, zinc and nitrate. The second group are sanitizers that are often added to water, such as peroxides and chlorine. Second, and logically, pH is important in vaccines. No surprise, most water supplies including distilled water don't hold optimum pH for vaccines. And finally, vaccines are at their best where they are in an environment with balanced electrolytes or isotonic solutions. SprayVac immediately sequesters oxidizers, balances pH, and supplements electrolytes, making tap water even better than distilled water for preserving vaccines. Join us in the laboratory to watch some demonstrations of how SprayVac immediately sequesters iron, a natural oxidizer, and chlorine, a synthetic sanitizer put in the water supply. In this demonstration, the laboratory has begun pouring water into two different beakers. The water that you see in this demonstration is not perfect for vaccines. It contains a higher iron content. The laboratory is splitting this water source into two different beakers. The beaker on the left will remain unstabilized, and the beaker on the right will be stabilized with SprayVac. The amount of SprayVac to stabilize this water is 32 milliliters for each liter of spray solution. When the laboratory pours the SprayVac into the water supply, you can see the red coloring from SprayVac that is evident in the water. What's happening now is, SprayVac is immediately sequestering iron that is in the water. We know that iron is present in this water supply, because when we add the color indicator reagent to the water, it turns a purple color. The purple color indicates that iron is present and can harm the vaccine and damage the surface proteins. Notice that the non-stabilized water on the left remains a dark purple color, and the stabilized water on the right is not turning purple, indicating that SprayVac has fully sequestered the iron that is in the water supply. SprayVac buffers the pH and adds electrolytes for an isotonic solution. One last part of the demonstration is to add SprayVac to the water that had the harmful iron in it. SprayVac will even correct the water containing the iron. In this demonstration we can see that SprayVac works really fast, achieving almost instantaneous results. In our other demonstration, we'll take a look at SprayVac sequestering harmful chlorine. In the laboratory, the tap water contains chlorine typically at about 4 parts per million, from the municipal water supply. Now the laboratory takes a sample of tap water and puts it into a colorimeter. The colorimeter is a device that helps to correct out the background color of the samples. The laboratory is adding a small packet of the color reactor. The color indicator, as you can see, turns red in the water when chlorine is present, that can harm the vaccine. The laboratory can insert the tube into the colorimeter and use it as a way to measure the chlorine that's active in this water supply. The purpose of this comparison is to show you how much chlorine is active in this local municipal water. The laboratory turns the disc until the color of the two tests used matches. Reading down when colors match, 4 parts per million, is a typical concentration for the chlorine in this water. We'll now test the same water supply once it's been stabilized with SprayVac. Not only will SprayVac neutralize the chlorine, iron or other natural oxidizers in the water supply, it will also buffer the pH to an ideal range, and isotopically balance the electrolytes in the water. Similar to our previous demonstration, as soon as this SprayVac is poured into the tap water, the SprayVac instantly sequesters the oxidizers that are present, whether that be iron, or in this case, chlorine. Now we'll test this water to determine how much chlorine remains. Again, taking a sample of the stabilized tap water, inserting it into the colorimeter. We'll then add another packet of the color reagent that can indicate whether chlorine is present. The reagent will cause the water to turn a red color if chlorine is present. SprayVac already contains a red dye, making it difficult to determine without using the colorimeter. We use the colorimeter in this instance to correct the background color of the two solutions. Ordinarily, if chlorine were present, you would see the content turning a bright red color. We didn't see that, so let's use the colorimeter to measure the chlorine, to determine how low it is. Spinning the color comparator until the colors of the windows on the left and the right exactly matches. Reading down, we see that the concentration of the total chlorine in the solution is now 0. Completely stabilized by SprayVac. The person performing vaccination at the hatchery, or in the broiler house, can now add the SprayVac to the water, and spray it immediately. If you need more information on new generation stabilizers, contact Tradvet, your partner in animal health.